So today on Forza Horizon 6, I wanted to talk about the street racing side of this game and how I honestly really have enjoyed it so far. And with that, it's also kind of the Touge part of it as well. We all do know this on the Discover side of the game, so it's obviously not on the Horizon part where you do the regular events. The street racing kind of gives you like an underground type of racing feel, which is something I kind of got from it. The biggest thing I really noticed about this, though, guys, I have to admit, is the overall atmosphere racing at nighttime in FH6 really has been amazing. And I will even go as far as saying that it is 100 times better than FH5, as to be real, the nighttime in that game, it wasn't bad, I guess, for like how it looked, but it was the feeling of how the map was with the nighttime aspect. I just didn't really think it was honestly all that great. I enjoyed FH4 more, I had 3, 2, and 1 way more than I did 5 with the overall nighttime aspect, but now Forza Horizon 6 really has me enjoying these street racing elements in this game. Like right now, you guys will see me in the GR86. It's obviously more of a nighttime setting. I do know you could probably again say that the nighttime probably isn't all that dark. Would I like it a little bit darker? I mean, honestly, yeah, I think that would be pretty dope, but also I don't really mind it how it is. I'll probably get attacked for that a little bit. I am well aware that FH1 is much darker, where you could barely only pretty much see your headlights on your vehicle, where in this game it's obviously a little bit lighter when it is indeed nighttime. But looking at this view right now, guys, on this bridge in the GR86, I kind of got sucked into these street racing events because I love the atmosphere of how this kind of felt to me, especially racing in Tokyo City or even in Japan, which might end up having a really big element for me in this, because obviously Japan is one of the biggest things about this game that will most likely make a lot of people enjoy the nighttime racing atmosphere of the game. I mean, that's probably super obvious. But the different atmospheres around parts of the map, though, really had me going. Like right now, guys, in the 911 Turbo S, seeing the wet, damp roads with the water coming up, it's obviously nighttime. You can see the stars, you see like the balloon things in the background there. It is a really cool vibe on this map, racing around different parts of it at nighttime. I feel like it's honestly an entire vibe in itself, just doing nighttime events in this game. I really do enjoy it a lot. And the thing is, the actual street racing side of it, I kind of wanted to go back in and drive different cars, do different builds, and test out different areas of the map where these street races were, to kind of see where they go and kind of see the routes of them, because I kind of think every single route they did was a lot better than what I expected them. I mean, I knew they were going to do some good routes, because when I heard this game was in Japan, I was like, all right, well, I'm sure they're probably going to nail the routes of how these races are set up in general. Not just street racing, but, you know, the road racing and off-road and all that, which is all completely nailed. But these street racing elements, dude, and the different parts of these roads, my goodness, they are truly amazing. And I think when you are racing around different parts of this map, one of the biggest things I notice, especially in nighttime, guys, is you really do see the elevation changes so much in this map. I really do believe that. One thing I noticed about FH5 is there was not nearly as many elevation changes in the game. Like, you could kind of just drive everywhere for the most part. There wasn't hills or different things or different types of roads that you would experience that would bring you to a different area and go, dang, that was really fun. Whereas in this game, I feel like when you are going on these different roads, you really do experience that even more. And when you are doing the races at nighttime, I think it adds on to this even more, because you could see the different, like the city in the background, you see the lights, you see buildings, you could tell you're obviously riding in the mountains somewhere, and you're not just in the middle of nowhere. But to get over there, though, you'll have to do another winding road, or you could just drive off the road if you want. But if you are driving on the road, though, it kind of adds an entire feeling of, oh yeah, okay, well, it's not just a super flat map or something, which also adds on to the nighttime racing elements, which we all do know a lot of people love nighttime racing. You know what I'm saying? It was one of my favorite things. Obviously, Midnight Club back in the day, it was at nighttime. At least, you know, Dub Edition Remix was always in nighttime. Midnight Club LA, kind of the same elements there, daytime and all that stuff. But speaking of the entire elevation thing I was mentioning, or how the game might feel at nighttime, doing the street races in the mountain area, guys, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved how this looked. I love seeing the damp roads and the water coming off of it, seeing all the mountains in the background, seeing the snow area behind you, racing in these big open fields. You kind of view everything. It was so cool, because racing here at nighttime felt different than being in the city or different areas, because yes, in some parts you could see the city, and then other parts you could see the snow, which was so dang cool to me. Going up a winding like S-turn, snake turn type of road, my goodness, I was so locked in. I really had a great time with these events, and I think I'm kind of hoping other games kind of focus on the underground aspects more, specifically because we obviously don't have a Need for Speed game. anytime soon, which is honestly kind of sad. But I also have to say, on the other side of it with the street racing, obviously the Touge racing, this also kind of had me locked in, guys. Check out the footage right now with the Lamborghini Centenario in the background. I'm in the snowy area. I had so much fun with this. I really do love the way the game looks. I love the wetness on the road, the dampness, seeing the snow-capped areas in the background, and seeing like the city super far away and knowing that you're going toward that. It was really fun to do some of these events, but also have the city option and different Touge roads on top of the street racing area. I really did enjoy how the Touge roads were set up. I'm going to be real here and say I wasn't all that excited for these events when I first saw them. All right, guys, just hear me out. I wasn't all that excited for these when I first saw them. But the thing is, once I started to do the Touge events more, I really did kind of get sucked into them. I actually had a great time going through and doing some of these, as a lot of the race had tighter corners. You're obviously 1v1ing another racer. It was pretty dope. I kind of like how they threw a different type of race in there on top of the street racing side. Sometimes you'd be at dusk or in the morning when you're doing these races. At the beginning of the race, there's always like a setup. The cars would line up and stuff like that. I do love little details. Instead of just starting the race, there's no cutscene and you just start racing. I like how there's, NPCs in the area and they kind of mix in a little bit. I like that aspect. It's something that I think other games could also benefit from seeing that. It reminded me of Forza Horizon 1 so dang much. Because back in that, I was like, all right, well, we now have all the races showing up, or all the people are showing up in that set of it. You got people taking photos, which we also see in this game kind of adds on to the entire, all right, man, we're going to 1v1 on this area here. Let's go Touge race. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. And then also the nighttime racing element of street racing in this game was honestly completely nailed, I think, in a lot of the areas. Because it really gives you that atmosphere, especially being in Japan, which is probably one of the biggest things with the game. I mean, it is obviously in Japan, which probably plays a huge role of going around and doing these different events and giving you that atmosphere. But guys, I'm going to say this though, because I could probably keep yapping. Forza Horizon 6 might honestly be my favorite Forza map so far. Okay, there I said it. I love the overall design of how this map feels at nighttime, daytime. Going through the city and driving through different areas at nighttime, dude, it really has me kind of locked in wanting to just cruise around, then go do different street races and check out different parts of the map on how they look in that said zone with different cars as well, on how they feel driving over there, on the, the vibes that it would give you. I think it was honestly nailed. Let me know what y'all think about the Forza Horizon 6 map in the comments below, because I really do think so far this map is easily one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, FH1 was good. I liked FH3, but this game so far I feel like is a mix of every single map put together with so many great elements of elevation changes, a city that we've never had in a game before, and it is a straight vibe. Racing in the outer skirts of the city and doing different roads and seeing the entire city light up at nighttime. It is amazing for, I think, in a racing game for vibing. And I think a lot of players, when they are playing it, would probably feel similar, especially driving some of your favorite cars and convoying with your homies and stuff like that. You're probably going to feel pretty similar to I am, I would imagine, because this game really does hit those elements. When I was going through and kind of exploring this map a little bit and really just checking some things out, guys, I honestly genuinely think that many players will end up really enjoying this game a lot because of the map itself. We all do know a racing game. I've talked about this before. A map is so dang important, and Forza Horizon 6, I feel like, has hit every single angle of a map that you could possibly hit. Elevation changes, a city, hilly roads, coastal area, mountains. It has everything you want in a map, bro. And it shows you that it's so dang well designed with the elevation changes and how the map looks at different times during the day in game. It really just gets you locked in whether you want to cruise or race or whatever you feel like doing. For me, the map is honestly a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you like about the map? What's your favorite part, or what's your favorite area so far? What do you think about the street racing and Touge racing? I had a wonderful time doing the race. In fact, I was even grinding out some of the Touge and street races because I enjoyed them so much. I was driving the new Honda Civic Type R and some of the Touge races in cockpit view, kind of just going through them and seeing how fast I could do them, but also just taking in, like, when you're driving through nighttime-ish, you know what I'm saying, and the misty areas, you can see it on the headlights when you're driving. I love that stuff. The little details like that just get me super locked in. Driving in cockpit view and doing that, jumping into a nighttime street race in the middle of Tokyo City. It's all just vibes, and I really do love it. Then you could go all the way basically to the snowy mountains and do a Touge race up there. what else do you need, man? I don't know. I could keep yapping about this, but again, let me know what y'all think, because at this point, I genuinely believe once more people probably start playing the game, they get farther in, they start exploring the map, they do the street races, the Touge, all the events. I really do think a lot of players would most likely agree that this is easily one of the best racing game maps that we have right now.